Hello and welcome back to SiGMA TV. Here with me is Iain London, Associate at Electronic Gaming at New World Gaming Consultants and Managing Director at KCMG Gaming Consultants, taking a look at live gaming, a chance for traditional casinos. And this is a very interesting topic as land-based casinos evolve in the unprecedented times. But before we dive in a little deeper, hi Iain, it's great to have you here. Could you tell us about your background in gaming?
Morning. Thank you very much for having us. Firstly,
You're
just
very
let
welcome.
me send Jake's apologies. As Managing Director of New World, he was meant to be doing this, but he's been unavoidably detained elsewhere and can't get to a decent place to do this.
We
I work
understand,
with
yeah.
Jake as the associate responsible for electronic gaming and systems applications. And as such, I lead any efforts with New World Gaming for customers who want to go online. I'm also the managing director of my own consultancy firm, KCMG Gaming Consultants. I've been in gaming about 25 years or just over. Hopefully that's given me some insights as we've traveled the world extensively. And we look to work with our clients to help them improve their gaming offering across the world. New World Gaming also specializes in casino management contracts.
That's great. Now, I wanted to have a mental grasp of the general feeling or initial response among casino operators in regards to an online offering.
It really does depend on who you're talking to. You know, most large operators, if they are not already online, they are looking to move online in the near future as a part of their growth strategy. Obviously, the jurisdictions they operate in have to allow that. As you move across the spectrum towards medium and smaller operators, that's where you start to find a divergence. Whether they want to go online, it depends really, again, on whether gaming is allowed or not. But obviously, smaller gamers, it boils down to funding. Do they have the financial backing required to operate a successful online casino?
Now, has the recent COVID-19 pandemic had an impact on this process?
It's difficult to say. As I mentioned, larger operators who tend to have stronger reserves are definitely still looking at it, if not accelerating their plans in the light of the COVID pandemic. However, smaller, medium operators who aren't already online and have seen a significant impact to their cash flows across the board, they're thinking about it. For some of them, they've shelved all the investments that they are doing for the business, so all capital expenditures been frozen whilst they stabilize their business. Unfortunately, some have had to furlough staff, even make some staff redundant. In the worst case scenario, some of those operators haven't made it through the pandemic. But you know, speaking to those who remain, the general feeling is that first they'll stabilize their business and then they'll look to restart investments, perhaps next year sometime.
Well, we'll look forward to that. Now, what does a land-based casino have to offer in terms of online gaming?
That's a good question. You know, it's essentially what a land-based operator has to offer in the online space is his brand, particularly if he's operating in a very regionalized basis. On top of that, casinos tend to have large databases of registered players in their loyalty programs. So that gives them a leg up in the starting to find customers, but it's not a guarantee of success. You know, you have to go out there, you have to find more customers, and player acquisition is expensive. Online gaming is an especially competitive space, especially in the .com. And if you don't have some form of protection in terms of local licensing, for instance, Switzerland, UK, you can burn through a significant amount of money looking to compete in the open market. Even if you do have that protection, you know, you still get competition from the grey or the black market where operators don't respect the regional jurisdiction and still market to those players. So for for land-based operators looking to go online, we try and counsel them. You have a strong brand, you have a good database, but you need to think very carefully about how you do it.
Well, for you, is it a natural fit in terms of operating style, and particularly with the workforce? Can they use the existing staff, or will they have to adapt or hire more people?
That's There are some synergies between online and land-based, but it requires to go online requires a different set of skill sets, and employees in casinos are already very busy. Yes, you can use some of your staff, but these are distinct segments, and it's difficult to run on your existing headcount. I think operators need to be prepared to go out and hire staff, or to at least outsource for the key roles and functions within online if they don't want to hire the staff to do it. You know, in the modern market, you can outsource everything from your UX development, your payments, your CRM, risk, fraud, KYC. You can even get first line support if you don't want to do it yourself. But to use your existing staff, it's a challenge, but I suppose small portions of it, it can be done.
So, when casino operators do make a decision to go online, in which areas do you advise that they focus on?
Look, so going online, first of all, it's going to require investment. If you're a land-based operator, you have a brand that is particularly well known, or should be well known within your region at least. Um, you have a player database that you can attack, but it's not just about then sticking up a website, online casino, doing a little bit of SEO optimization. You're competing in a very, very big pool, and acquisition and retention costs, as I mentioned earlier, can be very, very high. So my advice to casinos looking to go online, find yourself a good marketing partner with a proven track record in customer acquisition and retention, and be prepared to spend the money.
Ian, what about product mix? How do they decide? What are the determining factors that influence their decision making?
Look, we're talking about two segments when you go online. You're talking about the casino side of it and sports betting. Whilst they do go hand in hand online, they don't necessarily do so by default. If you want to get into sports betting, you have to make the decision to do sports betting. It's different from casino. In the context of our conversation, we talk to our customers, to casino operators who don't know anything about online casinos and about sports betting. And we try to, it's a steeper learning curve if you want to go online. So we say to them, what do you want to do and how do you want to do it? Where do you get your expertise from? Do you want to hire a partner with another company, or maybe just go the white label route? It's similar with the casino. Do you want to offer just RNG based products, slots, tables, bingo, or do you add live gaming? In making the decision to go online, it's an analytical process where you go through it, you look at what your competitors are doing, and we guide our customers through that process of analysis and investigation to ensure that they've got the correct data to make the right decisions.
How about sports? Is sports a given? Do they have it or not?
Um, as I said earlier, sports betting is a different set of skills. It's about getting someone to run your book for you, having the bookmakers to take care of the odds, to set your markets, and to monitor those markets to make sure that everything runs smoothly. It's a specialist area, I would advise, and people say, yeah, I'll just put up a website and I'll get an odds feed. It's a little bit more than that. You need to find the right people to run the business for you, or to partner with the right people to run that business. I don't say to our customers, yeah, put on sportsbook and online. It's a case of, is there a market for sports betting, and is it complementary to what you want to do? Do you start with online and then maybe introduce sports later, or vice versa? Sports, it's not necessarily a given.
Okay. Well, Ian, I learned so much from you today. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your insights with us. And I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. And that is all for myself and Ian. We'd love to hear how you found this interview, so share your thoughts in the comments below.